Okay, we are going to dive in. And I love hearing your stories. To me, that's the most important part of any conversation we can have is, being able to share stories. And as an onboarding call, the basis and the premise of onboarding, I always want to go through like, what is your story, right? And everyone thinks they have to have this amazing story right away. You don't. What you do need to have is you need to have a conviction and why you said yes. And that's the difference. Because my story from when I first started in this industry 17 years ago, I couldn't come out and say, "Oh, I'm a multimillionaire in this industry." No, you have to build the base to earn the story, right? And so that was where I was at before. I wouldn't do that. I would just say, I'm so excited. As a personal trainer and a mom of twins, I love having quality products in my house. And as I share them with other people, can you believe it? They pay me. They pay me extra money to share this. And that was my story that built me up to a six-figure income. For 2 years, I shared that same story until that story turned into, then I had two girls on my team who ranked up to 6,000 per month, and I went up to 12. Right. Then what happened from there? We duplicated down again. And then my paychecks went up to 20, 25K a month. Right. And then boom, again, again, again. So the way that this builds is it builds through stories, it builds through duplication, it builds through consistently sharing the 3 story in a day. But that starts with you. So let's get started right. Okay. And you can put in the chat, why did you say yes to 3? Take a screenshot of this slide if you want to. Okay. This is how you build your 30-second story. What made you say yes? What got you excited? And most importantly, why are you sharing this with me? Why are you sharing this with someone else? Right? It comes down to the what's in it for them. So why did you say yes to 3? What made you say yes to 3? What got you excited? Why are you sharing? When you can answer those in under 30 seconds, boom, you've got a pitch. And last week we did yesterday, Friday, we did an entire training in the morning huddle on how to craft and how to build your story. Highly recommend you go watch that. Okay. It's very, very important that you guys go watch that. Because you're going to be able to really hone in onto the idea of how to build a big business. Okay, more importantly, if you're brand new on here today, welcome to the Legacy Makers team. We are a collective and we are going to help you develop your story, but let's get you connected to the team because the person who's most connected wins. Why is that? You need quick access to information. Are you a part of our WhatsApp group? And don't tell me you don't have WhatsApp downloaded yet. Go do it, okay? At least to be a part of this group. Okay, so on WhatsApp, you'll just scan this QR code. And if you haven't yet already, you can take a picture of it from your phone if you like. You can hold your finger down on the QR code and it should open up a link for you to join or request to join the Legacy Makers team chats where we put all of the information out, the directives, the reminders for this call and every other call we do each week. So you do not want to miss being a part of that. Make sure you get in there. And if your teammates aren't in there yet, whether you've recruited 1 or 2 people, make sure you add them in. All right, the next one is our Facebook group. Highly recommend that you participate in the Facebook group. There's over 1,000 people in that community. It does feel like a community. People share their stories all the time in there. It's a great resource. It's got a huge files section and also, lots of fun directives. So become a part of the Facebook group. The next one is our YouTube channel where this is being live streamed to right now. This is what it looks like. It's called the Legacy Makers team. And you want to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you can receive notifications because we go live every day. And guess what? Most people who start this as a profession, they work at about 10% of the time. 90% of the time, you're still in your other career, in your other job, in your other whatever you're doing in your life, okay, while you're learning how to build this business. So it's very important that you like and subscribe. So every time we go live, you can go back and watch a recording that could be powerful or forward it onto your team. Education is the way to go here. That's how you win big, okay? All right. So we also have a team website, and I kid you not, I laugh. I'm like, okay, if you really want to be a millionaire, or if you really want to be a 6-figure earner in 3, all you'd have to do is go to ourlegacymakers.com and go through the getting started steps. Okay. But somehow there's a lost art or something in reading, and I don't know, but I would definitely go there. Okay, take a picture here. It's the letter R, legacymakers.com, and you'll go in and it's got the getting started right, a welcome letter, a smart ship, a 3-app Facebook community, all this everything I'm going through right now is on there as well. And last but not least, you need to download your 3 international apps. So go to your app store, whether that's on Apple or Google Play, and get into it. Okay, open it up. It's the same username and password that you opened your account with. That's how you gain access. And there's lots of tips and tools, even a learn section when you first get in there to teach you how to use it. All right, now we're going to check your business setup. So your business setup looks like this. If you came on board, you want to become a BA brand ambassador. It's $30. So if you came on as a customer, please upgrade to be a brand ambassador. You're going to save yourself 25% on the products. You're going to go from retail to wholesale, and you're going to save more if you set up your smart ship, which is the next step. Placing your initial order, actually. So make sure you place your initial order. If you haven't, some people enroll for $30 to hold a spot, and then they don't place an order yet. I highly recommend you place an order. You want to start with at least a minimum of 100 PV. We recommend at a minimum the GLP-3 pack. That's a 1-month supply. It's $200. It gets you commission active and qualified, and it's a great pack to start with. If you want to do the $5.99 pack, that's a 3-month supply of GLP-3 complete pack, and we have other packs as well. I recommend the starter pack and the ultimate pack. You've got to be a product of the product. Okay, how do you intend to make a, just crush it here financially if you're not being a product of the product, right? You wouldn't do that. That's silly. You want this to make sense for you. You want to put the products in your body, have a great story to share, and be able to share that with other people. The next piece is getting SmartShip set up. So if you haven't set up SmartShip yet, this is really, really important. SmartShip is really the glue that holds your business and your income together. It is your rent in your business. In other words, purchasing products on a 4-week drop ship. So every 4 weeks, products come, they deliver to your door, kind of like Amazon Subscribe and Save. It's just like that. It's being a product of the product. Costs about 110 to $200 a month, depending on what you guys want to order. And it looks like this. So the benefits are this: you get to subscribe and save. You earn loyalty rewards. You get a rebate of $100 for every 6 months that you have SmartShip set up. Okay, so every 6 months you have a 60 CV, it's just customer volume, or PV, personal volume. Every time you have 60 PV or greater, you bank volume, you never lose volume, which that's the volume that we get paid off of. And the company will send you back $200 for the entire year. And you never run out of products, which is really better for long-term results. So it looks like this when you log into your back office. You're going to come into orders, okay, and you're going to come down to recurring SmartShip. You're going to click this plus sign down in the corner, and you're going to add the products you want to try each month. It can be changed, edited, and customized at any time. Then you're going to recruit 2, enroll 2, add 2, however you want to say that, share with 2. I think this is very important. When you have 2 people that come on the same way you did, so not a customer and a BA, but you come on with 2 brand ambassadors, people who have upgraded their account to brand ambassador. They've each ordered a 100 CV pack and set up SmartShip. Now what the company says is you're qualified to earn unlimited commissions. Qualified to earn unlimited commissions. So you're really opening up the comp plan to get paid more money once you have 1 brand ambassador on your left team and 1 brand ambassador on your right team. Why is this significant? Because you don't need a huge team to earn, but you just need momentum. And everybody knows 2 people who could use the GLP-3. Everybody knows 2 people who could get excited about health and wellness. Everybody knows 2 people who values their time and wants to use products that work, right? Everybody knows 2 people with wellness memberships somewhere. Everybody knows 2 people who wouldn't say no if they were earning additional income. Right? They could get excited about earning extra money. That's what this is about. So when you have Bob and Sue come on board and we build this model 2 by 2 by 2, in 12 months time, if you were to duplicate this down, you recruit 2, they recruit 2, you recruit 2, they recruit 2. In other words, you plus 2, them plus 2, over and over and over again. In your first month, let's say you get those 2 brand ambassadors. You got Bob the builder and Sue the sharer. In month 2, Bob gets his 2, Sue gets hers 2. Now you have 4 additional people on your team, right? Month 3, 8. Month 4, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 10, 24, 20, 48, and 40, 96. In 12 months time, you might say to me, Adrienne, what's possible? You could have over 8,000 brand ambassadors in your organization in a short amount of time. And what happens is you could be earning up to $31,850 per month. Now, what's going to happen is this is a perfect world. Are you perfect? I'm not perfect. What if not everybody gets there too? Is that okay? Yeah. What if only half of this happened in 12 months? Would you still be okay with an extra $15,000 a month? Most likely. If you were to teach everybody how to come on board, open an account, trade up to more perfect products in their pantry and share with 2 people, would you be okay with an extra 15,000 per month? Yeah, most likely. What if only a quarter of that happened? Would you be okay with 7,000 extra per month? Right? What if only 10% of this happened? Would you be okay with an additional $3,000 coming into your bank account every single month? You see, when I first started in this industry as a tired, broke single mom, we'll just put it that way, working 2 jobs, I realized that I couldn't sleep at night when I first saw these numbers because I was like, what if it only worked 90% of the time? Would I still be okay? I mean, not 90, 10% of the time. And I failed 90% of the time because I didn't have a lot of time to build this. And I counted myself out because I wasn't sure that I knew enough people who knew enough people who knew enough people. But see, that was the secret. They all did. And so in 18 months, you guys, I went from like zero to, really building a substantial income, over 6,000 per month. And that's when I realized, oh my gosh, it works. It works if you work it. And that is the beauty of a business like this, to be able to earn residual income. So let's talk about your first 1,000. It's important to understand these packs. Take a picture of this, okay? PIBs are fast cash. PVCV, that's volume. That's commissionable volume. That's volume that gets paid in that tree where we talked about the 600, the 300 on each side. We didn't really talk about a cycle. A cycle is $35 between both left and right teams. And that's really what was being shared with the 2x2x2. We get paid in something called cycles because we really earn in 6 ways, right? Retail commissions and product introductory bonuses are the fast cash. So every single time somebody comes on board with the 3-bottle essential pack, the first order, the company pays you $25. With a starter pack, it'd be $50. With a complete pack, $75. With the advantage pack, if they trade up to 9 bottles instead of 3 in that first order, it's a $100 PIB. What about the ultimate pack, right? $250. So how do you make your first 1,000? If you just went off of product introductory bonuses, right? You would recruit 10 people with that $5.99 pack. It's $5.99. Do you know how much they've already spent on all their traditional GLP? I can tell you a lot more than that. If you got 10 people to start with the advantage pack, that's $100. You're going to be earning $1,000. Okay. And that's next day pay. So that's so exciting. Okay. Let's talk about how to add your first 2. I like to track my success. I think it's really important. So take a picture of this and then hold down on the QR code, and then you can download this level up your success tracker form. It's all about who you know. And for whatever reason, the numbers don't lie. So I'm just going to share with you right now. If you reach out to 30 people with the intent to share with them what you're doing with 3, 15 will say yes to taking a look and 6 people will enroll. Just don't fight it. It just works. Okay. It just works every time. I don't know why, but that's what works every single time. And the thing that blew my mind, I'll never forget this. I was sitting in a boardroom with some of the top industry leaders at 3 companies ago. I was the only one in the room that wasn't a millionaire yet, but I was sitting there and each one of them said, how important is it to teach people how to track and make a list of names of people that they're connecting with about sharing 3? And they're like, it's very important. And I asked a question. I said, how many of you guys actually talked to at least 30 people or maybe even 100 people? Every single hand stayed up in that boardroom. And one lady said, well, actually, I didn't have to call all 100 people. I got to 75 and found the right 2 people. And those 2 people exploded my business. You just never know. Don't prejudge people. Write their names down. If you're excited, right, we got to reach out. And here's the kicker. The thing that holds most people back from reaching out and sharing is that they're afraid they're going to say something wrong. They're afraid they're going to fail. They're afraid their friend or family member is going to make fun of them. There's just this weird false sense of fear about letting somebody know you're doing something new. You got to get over that. If you knew you would not fail, who would you text or call right now and let them know you're doing something new and you're looking for support? Those are the names you should write down first on that list, right? But I would blanket it. I would start with your first 10 and I would send a voice message. You're like, what? Why would you do? Okay. I send a voice message because I don't want to call all 10 people right away. I could, that would be great. But I'm going to send a teaser out and be like, hey, Yolanda, I thought of you because I'm launching a new GLP-3 business in our community that's super hot. And I feel like you'd either get it or have a really good perspective on it. Can I send you info and just get your honest feedback? And I would voice that to her. Hey, Jessica, it's Adrienne. Haven't talked to you in forever. Hope all is well with you and your family. I'm reaching out to you for a reason. But first and foremost, I just wanted to let you know that I thought of you because I'm launching a new GLP-3 business in our community that's super hot. And I feel like you'd either get it or have a really good perspective on it. Could I send you some deets and get your honest feedback? How simple is it to share something like that? It's professional, it's simple, it works. Okay. They're going to come back, pause for effect, right? Let them respond and say, sure, what is it? Sure, what is it? Sure, okay, sure, what is it? That's usually what they say. 99% of the time, people don't say no. Okay. They want to know, they're curious, they want to know what it is. Sometimes I'll even come in and be like, I've got to tell you what happened to my friend. Hard stop. They're like, what? What happened? And then I'll share a story. My girlfriend started using this product. She hasn't slept in years. Now she's sleeping at least 5 hours a night. She feels like $1,000,000 in the neuropathy and her feet is gone. Do you know anybody who might be interested in learning more? Yeah, send me the deets. Great. And then you confirm, yay, I'm excited for you to check this out. When do you think you'll be able to take a look at it so I can follow up after and hear your feedback? Now, why am I not just directly sending the links? Because I got to get a commitment. Because you guys are busy, right? Are you busy? I'm busy. They're busy. So we have to be professional. We have to set a time. We have to set an appointment, right? We need time to speak about this. We need to get our sponsor or the person who brought us in 3 on a phone call with them, right? Like we need follow up and backup, right? Because we're brand new. So you've got to confirm the time, right? When can I get your feedback? When would you for sure be able to take a look? If I sent you the link right now, would you be able to watch it right now, or should I call you on Friday? What time is best for you to follow? I'm calling a lot of people right now about this. And because I'm so curious to get your feedback, could we get a more specific time locked in? Right? So whatever that means for you, but you got to get it locked in. Now, this is your system. This is our team system. Okay, we're one of the fastest growing teams in the company. We use a text to close system. You're going to scan to download this, copy and paste it into a note on your phone or desktop, and you're going to edit and add your links, and you're going to start messaging. Okay, so there's all the details are in there. Take a screenshot, hold down your finger on the QR code, go to this document, print it out, and or download it so that you can use it and start and slide it into a text to yourself, copy and paste it, go and make it your own, add the links, add all your links in there, and save it in a note because you're going to be texting a lot of people. Okay, we call it text to close because so many people start using it, they'll even recruit and enroll themselves without you even having to. Or you can take their order. How do you take an order? We have a really great order form that has all the different packs on it. You can find that on our legacymakers.com website. You can print this one because the one in your back office, it doesn't have it doesn't show the pictures of the product pack. So we like this one a little bit better. But you can say something like this to them. Great, I'm so glad you love the video. Could I help you open your account today? Right? Where would you like this shipped? What card will you be using? I go straight into the order. Straight into it. I don't waste any time because I know that they're excited in that moment and they just got enough information from me that they're saying yes to get started. Okay, so I go straight into that. How to enroll your first person. Okay, you want to make sure that you update your placement settings tab. So when you send people your brand ambassador link, like let's say you've already recruited somebody and it went on your left leg in the system. You'd go under settings and you'd come back and you'd hit right leg and then you'd send that brand ambassador link to that person to enroll themselves and or you would enroll them not knowing that the placement has been changed. So when you're building out left, right, we build out far left, far right, far left, far right. We have a really great compensation plan video done by one of our other top leaders, Lance and Tracy Smith, that's on how to build this compensation plan. You're going to want to dive into that as well. Okay. So you're going to follow up with them, open their account, send them the links to enroll once you have it notated to the right side. And then you're going to use the social text to close to continue. Okay. So see, this is what it looks like. Bottom left, bottom right. Bottom left, bottom right. Lesser leg is the leg with the least amount of volume. That's a different ball game. When you're placing those first 2 people, you go left and right. Now, listen, I put the people I know, like, and trust in those positions. That's just what I do. And that's what made the most sense for me. So I did it. If the name of the game is to recruit to and have them maintain active status on SmartShip, why would I put that in somebody else's control if that's where my commissions ultimately come from and build upon? So I put 2 people I know, like, and trust, a significant other, my mother, my sister, my kids, right? I take those 2 top spots for myself and I order the bulk of my products on those accounts, which I get paid on again because I'm the sponsor. And then I build depth through my organization, down the left, down the right, down the left, down the right. Okay. You're going to send them this enroll brand ambassador link. I very rarely enroll customers. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There is. I just like to build depth in my organization that way. Customers take position in the tree too. And my goal is if they want to be a customer, I like to upgrade them to brand ambassador on SmartShip as quickly as possible. Okay, so we're going to recap the first steps. You come in, you're going to enroll for $30. You're going to upgrade, become a brand ambassador. You're going to place an initial order of 100 CV or better on that first order, and then you can drop it to a SmartShip a 4-week smart ship or a drop ship account that's set to 60 to 120 CV or better, and you're going to recruit your first 2. So take a picture. This is like, do not pass go. Do not make millions of dollars until you do these steps. This is the one thing, right? Do the one thing, okay, that's going to help you build out an incredible organization. It's going to help you build a big book of business. These are the requirements for that. Okay. So once you've got this knocked out of the way, boom, the 3 world is your oyster, and now you just get to keep recruiting. Okay. All right, so that is that. I'm going to escape real quickly because I told you I would do a little bit of live training in the back office and where you can find a lot of these things. And we are going to do that together. So hopefully y'all can still see my screen. I believe you can. Okay, so where do you go? You go to office.iii.earth or office.3international.com. You're going to log in with whatever your username and password was. Okay, you're going to see that there's sections scrolling right here. It's going to have what all the specials are, what's new, what's hot. Okay, that's that rolling screen right there. Exciting, right? Okay. And then here you're going to come in, you can actually update your info. So if you click this little edit button, you can edit your details. So like if she wanted to change her username or she wants to change her website name, she could put in here something entirely different, healthy, wealthy, whatever's available. She can update all that stuff. Okay, she can even add a photo, which I highly recommend. I highly recommend you add a photo because it shows up in other areas like on your app and your desktop app. Okay, this is a QR code that goes straight to your shopping site. It's the marketing site. This is the Enroll Brand Ambassador site. The difference is if I were to click on this, it's going to send them to a retail site with the retail pricing. So that's the retail store. If I come back here and I send them the brand ambassador link, it looks like this. They open their account. And the text-to-close system, it teaches them how to open their account. So I like it when they do that themselves. Okay, let's go back. Okay, that's the difference between those links. Alrighty. Okay, so now we are here in the back office. We're going to come over here under the home section is where you're at right now. If you scroll down, you'll see this person just got started. They need to recruit their first 2, but it's going to tell them what to do, right? So if they come in and they click this dial, it's kind of like your GPS. It's your business GPS. It tells you what you need to do. So this person needs to be active with 100 PV, and they have to have signed the agreement, be in good standing. That's how they become a brand ambassador. To become a qualified brand ambassador, they have to be active with 60 PV SmartShip, and they need at least 1 person on their left and 1 person on their right. So this little dial is going to lead you down the path to success for how you rank advance and earn income in the business. Okay. So we'll come back. It's going to show you recent orders, reward certificates, and tokens. That's what you get for being on SmartShip as long as you're on SmartShip. Under My Business, you can see your commissions, your 3 wallet. You can enroll customers and enroll brand ambassadors right there. Tools, you can get in here. There's tons of documents and media, social media asset. The social media asset library is like, oh, I want to do a post on social media of the GLP, but I don't have a cute pic of it or something. Okay, you're going to come into the social media asset library and you're going to take one of these pics. You can download them, things like that. You can make your own content with it. The sky is the limit, okay? And that's where you find that content, okay? Then we're gonna come down to My Orders. So this is where that orders is. If you haven't placed a 100-point order yet, you would do it here. So you come into Order Products a la carte, you add a pack to the system and proceed to checkout, okay? That's how you're gonna do that. All right, now if we come back to orders, if we come into recurring SmartShip, this is where you need to make sure you have SmartShip set up. Okay, so they need to make sure they have SmartShip set up. So this person has SmartShip set up, so you can add another SmartShip by clicking that add button and coming here and picking products, or you can come in here and, you need to have added the other initial packs to be able to upgrade into that. But yeah, so you can edit that at any time. You'll add it to cart. Let me get back over here, recurring SmartShip. And this one you could edit yourself too. So you come over here and you hit edit. Okay, you can add or take away items right there, and then come back and just make sure that you've got your frequency set, that your card information set, and you come in here and you hit all of these things to confirm, all right? To confirm, submit, okay? Otherwise, it's not gonna go through. All right, settings, this is under account. This is where you're gonna find placement. So where, like if I need to enroll somebody on the bottom left, I'm gonna notate that first. It's gonna show over here, placement preferences updated, or bottom right, placement preferences updated. Then I would come back up to My Business and enroll brand ambassador and put my girlfriend in, right? Whatever that is, okay? All right, so you would do that. Support, you can get support. There's inbox messages. This is the 3 wall. So the 3 wall is going to lead you to where we find all the information. I do send a lot of people to the 3 wall a lot of times. You're going to get a lot of great info here. Okay, so this is your business. This is your back office. Your app is different. Okay, the app you download to your phone. There's also a desktop version at 3-app.com where you can build out custom presentations. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Try to spell 3 right. Okay. And you can build out custom presentations. You can log in with your same username and login. Okay. And it's going to take you in. And when you like and check mark things in this area that you built, they'll show up on your phone app. A lot of people don't realize there's a desktop version to the app. I highly recommend you go explore it. And then the other thing is just our team website, ourlegacymakers.com. It's going to walk you through all these steps as well, right? So it comes in, it gives you a welcome getting started checklist, shows you how to set up SmartShip. You can connect to downloading the app, to our Facebook community, to our team calendar. We do something every single day, to our WhatsApp chat, our YouTube channel, and this is the text to close system. I want to get you in business as fast as possible. That's going to get you in business and sharing the 3 stories as fast as possible. If you need to book a coaching call, you can book it here. We have a back office tour, how to set up your 3 wallet, business training. This is our elite mentorship program. It's a 5-point recruiting system, and we have product education. This is the Power Up guide. So if you need to send a Power Up guide to somebody on they just ordered GLP, you can send it there. Although this is new, I have to update the social text to close system to add that in there. Okay, I know I flew through this. You can go back and watch it. All right, I'm going to stop sharing right now and just say that that is a very base level overview of where to find everything, how to get started, and the most important thing you can do right now is to make sure your business setup is done right. You need to give yourself a big thumbs up and a pat on the back if you've already done that. And outside of that, I would get to work to sharing the story of 3. That's how we build big businesses. That's how we help a lot of people get happier and healthier. All right, you guys, thanks for joining Onboarding today.